Hi, I'm Shahid Rambali and welcome to Stir It Up, the Adventure Chef. We're here about to embark on another adventure. We're going to be going down to Soufriere to an old plantation, and with me I have a very special friend I'll be visiting with me.
Hi.
Hey Janelle, how's it going?
It's going good.
Are you all set to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Excellent, great, let's go. Well Janelle, we just made a little pit stop here. We're actually over the town of Anse-Lorraine. This is one of the iconic quaint fishing villages here in St. Lucia. And it's rich and vibrant with culture. I remember a couple of years ago I went to Journée Creole here, that's the Creole Day. And they do excellent seafood, especially on Friday nights. They have a little fish festival here that's really nice. Well Janelle, we're going to be heading down to Soufriere, but before we do that, we're going to be stopping through the town of Canneries. Canneries is very similar to Anse-Lorraine. It's a very small fishing village. We're actually going to see if we can get some fresh fish there because later on we're going to be making a delicious ceviche. Well, we made a quick stop here where we're looking at the beautiful village of Canneries. This is an amazing view. And you know, this is one of the original French settlements on the west coast of the island. A lot of the descendants here, their heritage and culture is actually of French Creole base. Most of the settlers came here in Martinique in the 1800s. And there was actually no roads leading to this village. It was only accessible by water. And you see a lot of the same type of descendants in the town of Soufriere where we're going. So we're only about 20 more minutes away from Soufriere. We're going to be visiting a couple of estates and we'll be exploring a little bit more of the culture and heritage of St. Lucia.
We're looking forward to it.
Don't touch that dial, we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Stir It Up, the Adventure Chef. So have you visited different parts of Soufriere, the different attractions, the parks?
I have. I've been to the Sulphur Springs, I've been to the waterfalls, I've been to a few of the hotels, and it's all spectacular.
Excellent. Well, you know, they're very famous for these different activities, but this, where we're going particularly, is a very old plantation. And it's filled with a lot of culture, a lot of heritage, and we're going to really see how the typical St. Lucians lived back in colonial times. Well, let's get back in the car and head back down the road. We should be there in another 20 minutes or so.
Okay, let's go.
Excellent. But this plantation is very unique because it's been in the same family for hundreds of years, and they've maintained this plantation as a working agricultural plantation. Now it's actually part of a tour, and you can do a lot of different activities here. But the thing that I like the best, they have a Creole village here, as well as some typical examples of Creole life. So on the left here, you can see nice little Creole huts that they created. It's sort of a replica of what it would have been like back in the colonial times, of some of the quarters used by a lot of the workers that worked on the farm. In addition, you know, they have the sugarcane area. They also have the cocoa house.
Yeah, see, it says cocoa house.
Yeah.
On one of the...
So that cocoa is actually one of the biggest exports in the Caribbean. A lot of chocolate is produced by these plants.
So where exactly are we right now?
Well, Janelle, we're actually in a replica of a typical 18th century Creole hut. This was used by a lot of the colonial families. And a hut like this, typically a family of 8 to 10 persons would live here. It consists of a main bedroom and a small living area. The parents would typically be in the bedroom area and the kids would be on the floor here. And it was, back in those days, there was actually a law where the huts could only be a certain size. And if you notice, on each of these huts, the roofing material is different. You have this grass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called couscous grass. And we have this couscous grass here, and this was one of the first techniques used, till eventually they moved into the coconut and palm fronds. But if you see the bamboo is actually the national plant. Is the fastest growing plant in St. Lucia. Approximately grows 1 inch a day, wow. And after 60 days it maxes out and doesn't grow anymore. But it's a very structurally strong material used in a lot of building, even today and in the olden days, as you can see.
So I noticed that there's 4 huts here. So this one was the family home. What are the other 3 used for?
Well, you know, that's a great question. You know, this other one on this side over here, it was this was more like a living area. As you can see, it's a little bit more open, and they usually position this towards the wind, and you'd get a lot of the breeze would flow through here, so this would be like a recreational area.
What's this?
Well, this is very interesting. This is actually an old mill grinder, just for coffee or nutmeg or any other sort of beans, and you actually put the handle in and grind it up, and this is how the morning would start, by grinding your fresh coffee.
Very cool. This is the 3rd hut. What exactly is it used for?
This is actually my favorite structure. This is the country kitchen, and this is where a lot of the cooking was done. If you come inside with me and take a look, we have the stones, the cooking stones with the wood, the coal pot. This is something that we typically always see in a lot of St. Lucian life, even today. Okay. We have scale, a couple of the utensils, and this would be an area where it's a social area, but also the area where they prepare a lot of the Creole meals, especially for the workers for lunchtime.
Okay, so this is the entertainment hut?
Yeah, you know, this is actually something called a cabaret. It's the local bar, and this was typically a place where a lot of the men got together and socialized, especially after the workday or on a weekend.
So it was only for men, women weren't allowed?
Yeah, women back in those days, they had a lot of work there with the cooking and taking care of the children, and it was quite segregated at that time between men and women. So let's go in and take a look.
Yeah, let's go inside.
There'll be usually a few tables. Dominoes was always a big thing back then, and then you have the main bar where all the different drinks would be served. And one of my favorite drinks that they normally serve in the cabaret is a local spice rum called a bas contre. It's under the counter. White spiced rum, and everyone has their own special recipe. And even today in St. Lucia, when you go through the different villages, everyone will have a bottle of that underneath the counter. And it's quite strong and quite unique, depending on what part of the island you're in.
So I'm sure that was very popular in this hut.
Absolutely. I think that's the greatest way to kill the heat or repel mosquitoes back then.
Hello. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Janelle.
Don't go away, there's much more to see. Well, Janelle, we had a wonderful adventure down in Soufriere, and I brought a few ingredients back from the local market there, and we're gonna actually be doing a little bit of a cooking here. But I want to ask you, what was your favorite part about this adventure?
Well, I love the entire adventure. I love learning about the heritage, but absolutely would have to be the horseback riding. There's something really exciting being on a horse, a wild horse, and actually being able to control it. But overall, it was a great experience.
Now let me ask you, this is your first time horseback riding?
First time, and I had such a great time. I can't wait to do it again.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, great. Well, let's skip right into the cooking. Let me explain to you what we'll be doing. As you know, I grew up in Central America, so I use a lot of these Latin influences in my cooking. And we're going to be doing two typical dishes I prepare here at Chateau Margaux restaurant for my menu.
Okay.
I typically have this either available for lunch or for an appetizer during dinner time. And one's going to be our famous Chateau Margaux fish tacos. It's going to be a mahi-mahi, freshly grilled. And then we're going to assemble it on the corn tortilla. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is these shrimp tostadas.
These are pretty awesome. What are they made from?
Well, you know, these are actually made out of our local plantains, are extra large ones. In the Creole, it's called banana acon, and it's the extra large plantain. And this actually, what we do is we fry it, then we shape it into a bowl, and then we're going to stuff it with our shrimp and all of our other ingredients, and it's going to make a wonderful appetizer.
I'm looking forward to having it.
All right, excellent. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my chefs here to help us. Lloyd's actually from the Soufriere area, and he's going to show us a typical way of preparing the fish tacos.
Okay, great.
All right.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Okay, today I'll be demonstrating how we do our famous fish tacos and our tostada here at Chateau Margaux.
Okay,
So let's get started.
let's go.
Okay, first of all, this is our local fresh dorado.
Okay.
They are marinated with a little bit of garlic. So we're gonna take the fish, we're gonna slice it one way, so that can help the cooking process.
Okay, so we're cooking with mahi-mahi today. What other kind of fish can you put in the fish taco that's
Okay,
available?
well, in St. Lucia we have a wide variety of local seafood. So you can also get local fresh red snapper, tuna, kingfish, local salmon in a variety of seasonal times. So when you go to the fish market, the fishermen can get you different varieties if you don't feel for the dorado or the tuna or whatever day you're going for it.
Okay.
Basically. So
Yeah.
okay, we continue with the fish. When you cut it, you need to cut it lengthwise so it can fit in the taco very nicely. So after we slice it, and then we also cut it thin to increase the cooking time, to cook faster. So a teaspoon of salt, some extra virgin olive oil, and then we're gonna have a squeeze of fresh lime juice.
The lime juice, that's really one of the important parts of the marinade. Lets all the flavors come through and gives it that citric aftertaste to it. Now, another thing that we like to add to it, you know, if you want a little bit of spice, sometimes we put a little bit of the chili flakes or any of our local peppers. Maybe use a little cayenne or Scotch bonnet.
You wanna add some spice to it?
Absolutely, I love it hot.
We have chili flakes and our local hot sauce.
Okay, so how about we do both?
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and mix that up for me?
Okay.
Very nice.
This looks delicious.
He's gonna go back and we're just gonna quickly put this on the grill. And typically with the size that he cut it and the way it's been arranged, about 3 to 5 minutes, and that should be set. We don't want to overcook the fish. If you overcook it, then the fish becomes very dry and also a little bit hard. And it's very nice to keep it just at that level where it's just properly cooked and still has a little bit of moisture, especially when you put it on tacos and activate it with the salsa. It comes out very delicious. All right, guys.
I'm gonna head back in the kitchen and grill this off.
Okay.
And I'll be joining you back shortly.
All right, Lloyd, thanks a lot.
See you soon.
All right, well, Janelle, we'll go ahead and finish up. I'm gonna have you actually give me a little help here. We're gonna be, I'm gonna be stuffing the fish tacos. What I'd like you to do for me, I'm gonna actually use a little bit of tomato. And you see I have a couple other fresh local ingredients here. I'm gonna be using a little bit of tomato, and I have a couple toasted coconut. This is actually dry coconut, it's been toasted. And I cook a lot with local coconut. I make coconut milk out of it. One of my favorite ways to use it is this dry toasted method. And we're gonna actually cover this. We have a beautiful avocado and tomato salsa that we just made. that we're actually going to be using for actually both dishes. So I'm going to go ahead and have you dice up this this tomato for me. The way you're going to do it is you're going to just put it into little cubes for me. You just score it like this.
You come and take over as a chef.
Okay, Janelle.
Okay.
We're going to get started here, and we're going to be making the shrimp tostadas. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of my tricks here. We prepare a lot of different reductions, and the reductions we use for both flavor and also garnish and decoration. And some of our reductions that we have a red wine reduction, a white wine reduction. I have a little bit of pesto. I also have an eel sauce in a sugar syrup reduction. That's beautiful for this sort of dish. And my favorite, a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to prepare the plate. Just give it a little decoration like this.
The plate's so fancy, I almost don't want to eat anything off of it.
Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna, I think I'm a little hungry today. We're gonna actually put 3 because I'm thinking I'm gonna eat 2 and I'm just gonna let you have one.
Me too.
Excellent, excellent. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the shrimps and it's a little bit of our tomato that we've already chopped. Okay. A dash of sour cream. I'm going to put this salsa here. I'm going to go ahead and have you put a spoon on top of each. So this is our toasted coconut. We normally roast it in the oven.
This is going to be great with the crunch.
Exactly. Very nice. A little bit of a shot on top. Perfect. And just a little bit of my eel sauce. Shrimp tostada, and if you see, it's a very filling meal, and this could be prepared in about maybe 20-25 minutes. So shrimp tostada, delicious. Well, we're all set for the fish tacos, and I think Lloyd's just about to come back, and I hope you left enough room from the shrimp tostadas.
I did. This is my favorite. I can't wait.
Excellent, Lloyd. So what do we have here?
We just did my heat that I grilled off.
5 minutes?
Yeah, 35 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, the little respirator so all the juices can come off.
What are these tortillas made out of?
They're made out of corn flour, so they're gluten free. And then it has a nice crisp to it when you fry it off. Some shredded cabbage, which you're gonna mix. Local lettuce, some red and some white onion, and some tomatoes.
Okay, so if I wanted to substitute the fish for something else, what other options do I have?
Okay, you're gonna have a way of going a vegetarian way. You can get some avocado slices in there with the mixed vegetables, a little salsa. You can do it with seafood, chicken, basically whatever your taste buds desire. Okay, Jenna, yes, we're gonna make our base for the tacos, so we're gonna get some cabbage.
Okay.
So you add some cabbage in that. Some of the shredded onions. Some lettuce. And you like tomatoes?
I do.
Yes, and tomatoes. So we're gonna eat it with just black pepper. Add some salt and that's in place. And I'm gonna add some fresh lime juice while you add some chili flakes. Ooh, you have a heavy touch of it. You like spice?
I like it spicy.
Okay. And I'm gonna do a little more diversity with it. I'm gonna kick it with some Marigot Bay.
That's Marigot Bay rum?
Yeah, coconut rum.
That's an interesting
Give it an
ingredient.
interesting taste to turn the flavor bud. And I'm gonna touch it with some extra virgin olive oil.
Wow, that's beautiful there, huh? Very good.
I think you should add 2 to Shizon because Shizon likes a little more fish in this taco.
I think so too.
A little bit more of everything. Yeah, that's it. That was mine.
So give me some extra salsa. Waigo fish tacos.
This looks delicious. I can't wait to have.
That's gonna be beautiful. I already know which one's mine. Hey guys, everyone grab one. Don't be shy. You want to go first?
I'll go for the one in the middle.
Okay. I'll go.
Shai's gonna take that one?
Yeah, I'll go for the one on the side.
Take the skinnier one.
All right, excellent. There we have it, guys. Fish tacos at Chateau Waigo. Mmm. Up next is On the Rise.
My name is Mario Alexander. I'm from the Mon, that's out of Castries. I went to Cicero Combine, and then from there I went to George Charles Secondary. When I never finished high school, drop out, didn't have no plans, didn't know I could be a bartender or mixologist. I dropped out in 2005. I got a job at Delirious in 2008. February 1st, that's when Delirious just came out. Started as washing glasses. I did that for like 5 months. But between 5 months, I learned few cocktails like mojitos and daiquiris, smoothies. And then I worked my way up. I left Delirious in 2009. Went all over bars like H2O, Tequila Joe's, Bamboos, Gravity, Coconuts, and then here am I went back to Delirious in 2013 when they hired me back. Alva Preville was the one who taught me about infusions, and then I went to test out my skills at the Chairman's Cocktail Challenge in 2014, which I came first place with 2 cocktails. I did a citrus spice punch based on a daiquiri, and I did a coconut lemon latte. In 2015 I went to Miami and represented St. Lucia with the same 2 cocktails, but I literally had to add 1 more. So I did a cherry and plum soda, which I carbonated by myself, and then I came second in Miami. We came second in the national team as well, and now I'm at Lavish doing freestyle cocktails. As you could see, I'm doing like Skittle vodka, Starburst vodka, spice rum, coconut martinis, mojitos, just name it there. I became a bartender. Well, you know when you leave school you troublesome, hanging out on the block, just doing nonsense, and then my sister said like, I was wishing into a lot of trouble, so my sister said like, that's not the way for you. So she called a friend, and then I got interviewed. That's how I started at Delirious, and then I put myself together and said like, you know what, I like colors, I like to mingle with people, and then bartending looking fun and it's creative, so I literally like took that as a big opportunity. Because I wanted a trade, so I literally pushed my way, and now I'm probably one of the best mixologists, I'd say, probably in St. Lucia for now.
But I think we've made some significant strides in really infusing our local products using the culinary arts within the sector. I will share with you some of what the private sector has done. The St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association has introduced a Chef in Schools program, which is really geared towards educating the students on the importance of using local products in their recipes. There's also the Taste of the Caribbean initiative, and one of the very most recent initiatives is the introduction of a virtual agricultural clearinghouse, which is an online platform that allows your farmers to engage directly with your hotels, your suppliers, your restaurants. So it really helps to promote the use of their local produce within in tourism. So it strengthens the linkages between the two. The Tourist Board also works very closely with a number of hotels during the Chocolate Heritage Month, and they feature a number of chocolate-inspired recipes and treatments. Also, there has been discussion with the association and TIPA to develop a cookbook, which will be used to feature, recipes by chefs. So we have come a long way in ensuring that, the local or the culinary arts is really infused, that hotels, the tourism sector really embraces our local cuisine and that they use it within the various establishments. I will say though that I believe that this can be a lot more can be done, and I think that the way in which this can be achieved is if we strengthen our linkages between agriculture and tourism. So it will certainly help us to have a more authentic culinary experience.
You're watching Stir It Up, The Adventure Chef. Up next is our cocktail segment, Mix It Up.
So here am I again, Mar Alexander. So today I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a simple coconut martini with only 2 ingredients. Only coconut rum and coconut water, fresh coconut water, that's all. Okay, so I have my shaker tin here. Glass. Some soda water. While that's chilling, I'm going to start the drink. Okay, so coconut martini, 1.5 ounces of coconut rum. Any coconut rum you could find in your bar. So there's any coconut rum in here, nice, and you just give a dry shake. Should be chilled. As you could see, it's frosty, so it's chilled, nice and cool. That's your shaken coconut rum. And then final ingredient, fresh coconut water. And stir. It's in the Caribbean, you just put a umbrella to go. So that's it, coconut martini.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Stir It Up, The Adventure Chef. We'll see you on our next adventure.